Hi, my name is Rebecca Schwartz. I did my innovative lesson plan implementation at a transitional kindergarten class at Florida Street Discovery Center. This class is a class of 24 students, ages ranging from 4 years old to 5 years old. All of the children are TKH'd, and there are some ELD students in the class and one student with an IEP. I wasn't able to get a signed consent form to have pictures of the children. The principal at the site decided that was a little too invasive because there are 24 students and not all parents might say yes, so we decided to not take pictures. But I did the innovative lesson plan with the smartboard. So I used Amazon Kindle, and I took the book that I had done the lesson plan with and I put it on the smartboard, and I had it like really big so the kids could see it, and then everybody took turns like pressing next or highlighting the words so it could read it to them. It was really cool, and they really loved that they had control over changing the pages or hitting the words, and it would like light up and the words would read. It was really, really interesting. I never really had considered using the Kindle on the smartboard, but it worked out really well, and the kids absolutely loved it. After we read the book, we went to the tables, and at the tables we did an activity that I had created where everybody was supposed to have an opportunity to create your own construction site using popsicle sticks and kinetic sand, and giving like the children a more of like a subjective way to create a construction site based off of the books that we had just read. And in the book we did like have conversations about different things you see at the construction site, how the construction sites work, who works there. One of the students had a parent who was a construction worker. So it was really, really interesting, and I was excited to see how that their perception of the construction site was. This was really difficult, and it was actually very chaotic to give 24 students kinetic sand and popsicle sticks to make construction sites. So instead of having everyone make their own, we kind of ended up pairing them up and having groups of 2 or 3, and everybody kind of tried to work together to create the construction site. But it was still difficult at the end to have enough kinetic sand for everyone to do it at the same time. So there was some issues of moving kids around and trying to like borrow kinetic sand from the next class, because there really wasn't enough for all of them to be doing it at the same time, because normally when they do kinetic sand, it stays into one center. So that was really difficult, and it didn't work as well as I wanted it to. But the one thing that I would change in this lesson plan, and I think I will change it and try it again in the future, is doing the exact same thing with the smartboard, but then instead of going to do kinetic sand and make construction sites, have everybody draw a construction site or use like popsicle sticks and glue and paper, and kind of try to just like make a construction site on a piece of paper, make it more of like an art project versus more of like a constructing project. I really wanted to see them like stack and see if people would make structures. They did, but it was very chaotic and it didn't work as well as they wanted it to. But as what I learned about myself in this lesson is that I think I gave too much initiative to the building and not enough initiative to the structure. I really needed to make that more structured for the children to be successful. If I would have structured it more, I think it would have been more. Would have been easier, and it would have been more creative, and I think they would have had more fun like doing it themselves versus like the group. I mean, it did work well as the group, but maybe in like the future that could be like a center for based off of the theme. So they would do like a center building structures with popsicle sticks and kinetic sand, and then another center could be drawing a construction site, and then the next center could be writing construction site words. But those are the kind of things that I would change about this lesson plan in the future. But for the most part, I really enjoyed this activity, and I learned a lot about how children actually work together as groups. And 4 and 5-year-olds are still very difficult when it comes to centers and group time and structure, and that was definitely challenging. Thank you so much.